You wake at dawn, and the first thought that arrives is the list. Return the neighbor's dish. Call the pharmacy. Sort those papers. Fix that drawer. Check on your daughter. Respond to those texts. And beneath it all, a whisper you barely recognize anymore. When did I last feel still? After 70 years of motion, many people carry busyness like armor, afraid that the moment they stop, they'll discover they're no longer needed. But here's what the Buddha understood that changes everything. Your worth was never measured by your output. Peace doesn't come from doing more. It comes from releasing what no longer serves your soul. In this second part of our journey, we explore 8 more illusions that quietly steal your peace. Not the obvious weights like regret or comparison, but the subtle patterns woven into daily life. The obligations you say yes to when your heart screams no. The purchases that promise fulfillment but deliver clutter. The sleepless hours sacrificed to empty screens. These 8 truths aren't about adding more to your life. They're about subtracting what dims your light. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover might just give you back the one thing you thought was gone, the freedom to simply be. Lesson 1. Let go of busyness without purpose. There's a particular exhaustion that comes not from hard work, but from hollow motion. You spend the day moving, errands, tasks, small obligations, and collapse at night, wondering what any of it meant. Your calendar is full, yet somehow you feel empty. Many people over 70 stay busy because they've absorbed a cruel message. If you're not producing, you're not valuable. So you fill the hours proving you still matter. But the Buddha taught something radically different through the principle of samavayama, right effort. Right effort doesn't mean endless activity. It means directing your energy toward what liberates rather than what exhausts. The Buddha once said, "Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, even so the wise are not affected by praise or blame." He was pointing to something deeper than external validation. He was teaching that your worth exists independent of what you produce. Right effort asks a simple, powerful question. Is this task nourishing my spirit, or am I simply avoiding stillness? There's a Zen story about a monk who spent his days sweeping leaves in the monastery courtyard. A visitor asked, "Why do you sweep when more leaves will fall tomorrow?" The monk smiled. "I don't sweep to have a clean courtyard. I sweep to practice presence. Each stroke is complete in itself." This is the shift from busyness as validation to activity as meditation. When you garden, are you rushing to finish, or are you feeling the soil between your fingers? When you cook, are you checking your phone or noticing the steam rising from the pot? The task itself isn't the problem, the mindless rushing is. The Buddha often spoke about the middle way, not laziness, not frantic striving, but wise balance. He taught his disciples to distinguish between effort that leads to awakening and effort that leads to depletion. One nourishes the path, the other obscures it. Think about your own days. How many activities drain you because you're doing them from should rather than genuine care? How many committees, obligations and responsibilities did you agree to years ago that no longer serve anyone, least of all you? Right effort means asking, does this task align with my deepest values? Does it serve compassion, wisdom, or presence? Or am I filling time to avoid facing what's underneath? The fear that without productivity, I am nothing. The truth is more beautiful than that fear suggests. You are not what you do. You are the awareness that witnesses the doing. You are the stillness beneath all motion. and that stillness is never diminished by rest. Try this practice the Buddha taught his own disciples. Before starting any task today, pause for 3 breaths. Ask yourself, is this essential? Does this serve my peace? If the answer is yes, proceed with full attention. If the answer is no, consider whether it can wait, be delegated or released entirely. This isn't permission to stop contributing, it's permission to stop sacrificing your spirit on the altar of constant motion. Because at 70 you've earned the right to choose purpose over performance. And the world doesn't need your exhaustion, it needs your presence. Lesson 2. Let go of mindless consumption. Walk through your home and notice what surrounds you. How many objects do you own that you haven't touched in a year? How many purchases promised happiness, but now sit forgotten in closets and drawers? At what point did acquiring things become the way you measured life's fullness? After 70, many people still believe that buying something new will fill the hollow spaces inside. A gadget will make you feel modern. New clothes will make you feel relevant. Another book, another kitchen tool, another decoration, each one a small promise that this will be the thing that makes you feel complete. But the Buddha taught something profound about material possessions. They cannot satisfy the hunger of the spirit. In the Dhammapada he said, contentment is the greatest wealth, not accumulation. Contentment, the ability to look at what you have and whisper, this is enough. The Buddhist concept of non-attachment doesn't mean owning nothing. It means holding things lightly, recognizing they cannot provide lasting peace. A new sweater feels good for a day, then becomes just another sweater. A new gadget thrills you for a week, then joins the drawer of forgotten devices. There's a Buddhist parable about a man who carried 2 heavy bags everywhere he went. One contained his possessions, the other contained his desires for more possessions. A teacher approached and asked, which bag is heavier? The man thought carefully and said, the bag of desires, because no matter how much I put in the first bag, the second never empties. This is the trap of mindless consumption. It creates an endless cycle. You buy to feel better, the feeling fades, so you buy again and again. Meanwhile, your home fills with things you don't use, your budget strains under purchases you don't need, and your spirit remains unfed because you're seeking satisfaction in the wrong place. The Buddha taught that peace comes from simplicity, not accumulation, from appreciating what you have, rather than constantly acquiring what you lack. This is right livelihood extending into retirement, using your resources wisely, not wastefully. Consider what happens when you walk into a store or browse online. Notice the story your mind tells. This will make me happy. This will solve my problem. This will make me feel complete. But these are lies that capitalism tells, not truths the Dharma teaches. The truth is simpler and more liberating. You already have enough, not because you're wealthy, but because enough isn't measured by quantity, it's measured by gratitude. When you can look at a simple meal and feel satisfied, you're richer than someone feasting on delicacies while yearning for more. There's a teaching the Buddha gave about the 4 requisites: food, clothing, shelter, and medicine. These, he said, are what we genuinely need. Everything else is extra. And while there's nothing wrong with extra, problems arise when we confuse extra with essential, when we believe our well-being depends on accumulation rather than appreciation. Here's a practice that monks have used for centuries. Once a week, release 1 item from your home, not because it's broken, but because someone else might use it more than you do. As you let it go, say quietly, May this serve someone who needs it. I release my attachment. Over time, this weekly practice transforms your relationship with possessions. You begin to see objects not as markers of status or sources of security, but as temporary companions on the path. And when you stop seeking fulfillment in things, you finally have room to find it where it's always been, within the quiet contentment of a grateful heart. Lesson 3. Let go of worrying about small things. Pay attention to what occupies your mind on any given day. Is it the state of the world, the well-being of people you love, or is it the fact that your neighbor parked too close to your driveway, the grocery clerk was rude, or someone forgot to call you back? Many people spend their precious energy worrying about things that, in the vast scope of their life, mean almost nothing. The Buddha called this papainka, mental proliferation, the mind's tendency to take a small irritation and spin it into an epic drama. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and for the next hour you rehearse what you should have said. A friend cancels plans, and you spend the afternoon questioning the entire friendship. A package arrives late, and you compose angry emails in your head, while the actual problem, a delay of 2 days, fades beneath the weight of your reaction. The Buddha taught the practice of upeksha, equanimity, not indifference, but wise discernment. He said, in the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. This teaching points to a crucial question: is this worth the energy I'm giving it? Will this matter tomorrow, next week, next year? There's a teaching story about a Zen master who lived in a small monastery. One day, a monk came to him in distress. "Master, someone broke the garden statue. This is terrible." The master looked at the broken pieces and asked, "Will you die from this?" The monk shook his head. "Will anyone else die from this?" Again, no. Then why are you treating it like a matter of life and death? This question, "Will I die from this?" is clarifying, not because everything must be life or death to matter, but because it helps you distinguish between genuine problems and mental noise. The Buddha taught that most of our suffering is self-created. The first arrow is what happens to us, the inconvenience, the disappointment. The second arrow is our reaction, the rumination, the resentment, the endless mental replay. We cannot always avoid the first arrow, but the second arrow, that one is optional. Think about the small irritations that consumed your attention this week: the incorrectly loaded dishwasher, the barking dog, the slightly wrong restaurant order. Now ask yourself honestly, do you even remember what they were? And if you do remember, has dwelling on them changed anything except your own peace of mind? At 70, you've weathered real storms, loss, illness, heartbreak. You've survived what once felt unsurvivable. So why waste your remaining energy on things that won't matter by next Tuesday? The practice of equanimity doesn't mean you become cold or uncaring. It means you become discerning. You learn to save your emotional energy for what truly deserves it. You learn the difference between a real problem requiring your attention and a passing irritation requiring only your breath. Here's a practice to cultivate equanimity. When you notice worry rising over something small, place your hand on your heart and take 3 slow breaths. With each exhale, silently say, "This is small, this will pass. I choose peace." This simple ritual interrupts the mental spiral. It reminds you that you have agency over where you direct your attention. You can spend the afternoon replaying a slight, or you can release it and return to the present moment where life is actually unfolding. The Buddha asked us to be discerning, to protect our peace by refusing to give small irritations the power to steal it. Let the small things be small. Save your heart for what's truly worth holding. Lesson 4. Let go of neglecting your own needs. For decades, you've probably put yourself last. You raised children, cared for parents, showed up for partners, prioritized everyone else's comfort, schedule, and well-being. And somewhere along the way, you internalized a message. Your needs don't matter as much as theirs. Even now, at 70 or beyond, many people still operate from this pattern. You skip doctor appointments because it seems like too much trouble. You don't mention your pain because you don't want to burden anyone. You eat whatever's easy rather than what nourishes you. You dismiss your own tiredness, your own hunger, your own longing for rest. But the Buddha taught something that upends this entire framework. He said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection, not after everyone else is cared for, not if you have time left over, now, equally, always." This is metta for self-loving kindness directed inward. And for many elders, it's the hardest practice of all, because self-care has been mislabeled as selfishness. But the Buddha made a crucial distinction. You cannot offer genuine compassion to others if your own well is dry. Think of it like the instructions on an aeroplane. You must secure your own oxygen mask before helping others, not because you matter more, but because if you pass out, you're useless to everyone. The same principle applies to your emotional and physical well-being. There's a Buddhist story about a forest monk who cared for a community temple. Villagers would bring him problems, ask for blessings, seek his counsel. One day, a young monk asked, "Teacher, how do you serve so many without exhaustion?" The elder smiled. "Every morning I sit in meditation for an hour. That hour is not for them, it is for me. When I fill my own well, I have water to offer." This is the practice of wise stewardship, recognizing that you are responsible for your own well-being, not in a selfish way, but in a sustainable way. Because burnout serves no one, resentment serves no one, martyrdom serves no one. The Buddha used this exact metaphor. He taught his disciples that to serve others skillfully, you must first tend your own practice, your own body, your own heart. This isn't ego, this is wisdom. He said, "To keep the body in good health is a duty, otherwise we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear." Notice how radical this teaching is. The Buddha called caring for your body a duty, not optional, not indulgent, but essential to spiritual practice. Yet how many times have you ignored your body's needs because something else seemed more important? Self-care isn't what magazines sell you, bubble baths and face masks. Self-care is honoring your body when it says it needs rest. It's eating food that nourishes rather than just fills. It's saying no to requests that would deplete you. It's recognizing that you are the foundation upon which all your other contributions rest. Try this practice. Each day, identify one thing you need. Not want, but genuinely need. Perhaps it's 15 minutes of quiet. Perhaps it's a nap. Perhaps it's saying no to a request that would drain you. Then honor that need without guilt. As you do, place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I deserve care. My well-being matters." Over time, this practice rewires decades of conditioning. You begin to see self-care not as optional, but as essential. Not as luxury, but as Dharma, because the Buddha taught that all beings deserve compassion, and that includes you. You've given so much for so long. Now it's time to receive your own kindness. Fill your own cup. Tend your own flame. The world doesn't need your exhaustion. it needs your wholeness. Lesson 5. Let go of saying yes when you mean no. How many times this week have you agreed to something while your entire body screamed refusal? The invitation you accepted out of guilt, the favor you granted despite having no energy, the commitment you made because saying no felt too uncomfortable. After 70 years of conditioning, many people still can't speak one of the most important words in any language, no, and the cost of this is staggering. Your calendar fills with obligations that drain you. Your energy scatters toward activities that don't nourish you. And beneath it all, a quiet resentment builds at others for asking, but mostly at yourself for agreeing. The Buddha taught that right speech, samma vaka, isn't just about avoiding lies or harsh words. It's also about speaking truthfully from your authentic boundaries. And sometimes the most honest, compassionate thing you can say is, no, I can't do that. This isn't rejection, this is protection. Protection of your finite energy, your sacred time, your inner peace. The Buddha understood something crucial. When you say yes from obligation rather than genuine willingness, you're not helping anyone. You're creating a transaction built on resentment instead of love. I met a woman named Catherine, 73, at a meditation retreat in Northern California. She arrived frantic, checking her phone between sessions, apologizing for being behind. When I asked what she was behind on, she paused. I don't actually know, she whispered. I just always feel like I should be doing something. She volunteered at 3 organizations, not because she loved the work, but because she feared being seen as lazy. She hosted weekly dinners not out of joy but obligation. She said yes to every request because no felt like failure. Then during a guided meditation, the teacher asked, if you could spend tomorrow doing only what brings you peace, what would you choose? Catherine began to cry. She couldn't remember the last time she'd asked herself that question. The Buddha taught his disciples about sila, ethical conduct. Part of sila is respecting your own boundaries as much as you respect others, because when you consistently override your own needs to please others, you're not practicing compassion, you're practicing self-harm. There's a teaching story about 2 monks on a journey. They came to a river where a woman stood, unable to cross. The older monk lifted her, carried her across, and set her down gently. Hours later, the younger monk said, "Brother, we took vows not to touch women. Why did you carry her?" The older monk replied, "I set her down at the river. You're still carrying her." This story illustrates a profound truth. Helping should be a choice, not a burden. When you act from genuine willingness, you can release it completely afterward. But when you act from obligation, you carry resentment for miles. Learning to say no with grace is a spiritual practice. It begins by recognizing that no is a complete sentence. You don't need to justify, explain, or apologize. You can simply say, "I'm not able to do that," or "that doesn't work for me right now," or even just, "No, thank you." The discomfort you feel when saying no is not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's just old conditioning breaking down. And on the other side of that discomfort lies freedom. The Buddha taught, better it is to live one day seeing the rise and fall of things than to live 100 years without ever seeing the rise and fall of things. What rises and falls? Requests, demands, others' expectations. Your role is not to fulfill all of them. Your role is to witness them with clarity and choose wisely which ones serve your path. Here's a practice to strengthen your boundary muscles. The next time someone asks something of you, don't answer immediately. Say, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." This pause creates space for you to consult your body, your energy, your actual capacity. Then practice this phrase: I appreciate you thinking of me, but I need to say no this time. Notice that you're not lying. You're not being cruel. You're simply stating a truth. Your energy is limited, and you're choosing to direct it wisely. That's not selfishness. That's right effort applied to relationships. The Buddha taught that your time, energy, and presence are your most precious offerings. When you squander them on obligations born from fear or guilt, you're diminishing the gifts you could offer from authentic generosity. So release the tyranny of yes. Embrace the liberation of selective, intentional no, because at 70 you've earned the right to protect your peace. Lesson 6. Let go of relationships built on obligation, not joy. Not every person who walks beside you is meant to stay forever. This is one of the hardest truths to accept, especially when the relationship has decades of history. But the Buddha taught about Sangha, spiritual community, as those who support your path toward awakening, and sometimes to honor that teaching, you must release relationships that no longer serve your peace. Notice how you feel after spending time with different people. Some leave you lighter, energized, grateful. Others leave you drained, anxious, smaller than you were before. Your body knows the difference even when your mind tries to rationalize staying. Many people over 70 maintain friendships that stopped being nourishing years ago. You meet for coffee out of habit, not desire. You answer their calls out of obligation, not genuine connection. And afterward you feel exhausted by the complaining, the gossip, the relentless negativity, or the one-sided dynamic where you give and they take. This isn't about abandoning people because they're imperfect. We're all imperfect. This is about recognizing when a relationship has become a hollow shell, still going through the motions, but empty of mutual care. The Buddha taught that not all connections serve your awakening. Some keep you stuck in patterns of harm, complaint, or depletion. And there's a profound difference between compassion and self-sacrifice. You can hold loving kindness for someone from a distance without allowing them continued access to your inner world. There's a Buddhist story about a traveler who came across a snake on the path. He knew the teaching have compassion for all beings, so he picked up the snake to move it to safety. The snake bit him. Confused, he dropped it and asked a nearby monk, "I was showing compassion. Why did it bite me?" The monk replied, "Compassion doesn't mean letting the snake bite you. It means recognizing its nature and handling it wisely from a distance with a stick. This is the wisdom. You can care about someone and still protect yourself from their venom. You can honor what a relationship once was without forcing it to continue when it's turned toxic." The Buddha spoke clearly about the importance of choosing your companions wisely. He said, "An insincere and evil friend is more to be feared than a wild beast. A wild beast may wound your body, but an evil friend will wound your mind." Notice he didn't say you must remain loyal to every connection forever. He said some relationships are actually dangerous to your well-being, and protecting yourself from harm, even emotional harm from people you once loved, is not cruelty, it's wisdom. At 70, you've accumulated enough experience to know the difference between a relationship that's going through a difficult season and one that has fundamentally changed into something that depletes you. The first deserves patience and care. The second deserves honest evaluation and sometimes gentle release. This doesn't require a dramatic confrontation. Sometimes letting go looks like reduced contact, shorter visits, less vulnerability, more space. You're not obligated to explain. You're simply honoring what the Buddha knew. Your Sangha should uplift you, not diminish you. Try this practice when considering whether to release a relationship. Sit quietly and bring this person to mind. Notice your body's response. Does your chest tighten? Does your stomach clench? Or does warmth spread through you? Your body holds wisdom your mind often ignores. Then ask, does this person support my peace? Do they celebrate my joy? Can I be authentic around them? If the answer to these questions is no, you have permission to step back. At 70, you've earned the right to curate your inner circle, to choose relationships that feel like nourishment, not obligation, and to release with compassion the ones that no longer serve the path you're walking. Lesson 7. Let go of ignoring your body's signals. Your body has been speaking to you for 70 years. The question is, have you been listening? Or have you spent decades overriding its signals, pushing through pain, dismissing exhaustion, treating its needs as inconvenient interruptions to your schedule? The Buddha taught Kayanapassana, mindfulness of the body. He considered the body the first foundation of awareness, the most immediate teacher we have. In the Satipatthana Sutta, he instructed his disciples to begin all meditation practice with awareness of the body, not with lofty philosophy or complex visualizations, but with simple, honest attention to this physical form. Yet many people over 70 have a fractured relationship with their bodies, treating them as machines that should perform on demand, rather than sacred vessels that deserve reverence. Your body signals hunger, thirst, fatigue, pain, but how often do you ignore these signals? You skip meals because you're not that hungry, even though you haven't eaten in 8 hours. You stay up late despite bone-deep exhaustion. You push through pain instead of resting. You treat your body's warnings as suggestions you can negotiate. But the body doesn't negotiate. It speaks in whispers until you ignore it long enough that it has to shout. The whisper is fatigue. The shout is collapse. The whisper is stiffness. The shout is injury. The body is trying to help you. And when you ignore it, you're rejecting the very foundation the Buddha said supports all practice. The Buddha was very clear about this. He said, to keep the body in good health is a duty, otherwise we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. Notice that word duty, not suggestion, not nice to have, duty. The Buddha taught that the body is neither enemy nor possession. It's a companion, and like all companions, it deserves respect, gratitude, and attentive care. This doesn't mean obsessing over every sensation. It means developing a listening relationship. There's a practice in Buddhist tradition called the body scan, where you bring gentle awareness to each part of your body, noticing without judgment what it holds, not to fix or change, but simply to witness. This practice cultivates what the Buddha called yoniso manasikara, wise attention. When you practice wise attention to your body, you begin to notice the signals earlier, the slight tension that says, I need to move, the heaviness that says, I need rest, the tightness that says, this situation is stressing me even if my mind won't admit it. Think about how often your body has tried to warn you, and how often you've dismissed those warnings. The persistent ache you attributed to just getting old, the chronic fatigue you blamed on poor sleep, rather than recognizing it as a deeper message, the digestive issues you masked with medication instead of asking what your body needs differently. Your body is not failing you, it's communicating with you in the only language it knows. And after 70 years of faithful service, carrying you through joy and sorrow, healing countless injuries, breathing without your conscious command. Doesn't it deserve your attention? The Buddha taught that you cannot bypass the body on the spiritual path. You cannot transcend it through will. You must honor it, listen to it, care for it, because this body, imperfect, aging, tired as it is your only vehicle for experiencing this precious human life. Try this practice the Buddha taught. Once a day, sit or lie comfortably, starting with your feet. Bring awareness to each part of your body, moving slowly upward. As you notice each area, silently thank it. Thank you, feet, for carrying me. Thank you, legs, for their strength. Thank you, heart, for beating all these years without my asking. This practice transforms your relationship with your body from adversarial to grateful. You stop seeing it as a machine that's failing and start seeing it as a faithful companion that's never abandoned you. So when your body whispers, listen. When it asks for rest, grant it. When it needs nourishment, provide it. Not someday, now, because ignoring your body's signals isn't strength, it's violence against the very foundation of your well-being. Lesson 8. Let go of sacrificing sleep for MP hours. The clock reads 11 p.m., then midnight, then 1 a.m. You sit in the blue glow of the television, scrolling through your phone, not really watching or reading, just filling time. Your body aches for sleep. Your eyes burn, but still you stay awake, as if there's something crucially important happening in these empty hours that you can't afford to miss. Many people over 70 sacrifice sleep, not for anything meaningful, but for nothing at all. You stay up late watching shows you don't care about, scrolling through news that agitates you, or simply sitting in a kind of numb wakefulness, because sleep feels like giving up, like admitting the day is over. But the Buddha taught that sleep is not surrender, it's renewal. Every night when you close your eyes and release consciousness, you practice the most fundamental form of letting go. You literally trust the universe enough to stop controlling, stop watching, stop worrying. Sleep is daily death and daily rebirth, the most intimate reminder of impermanence you'll ever experience. I knew a man named Gerald, 75, who hadn't slept well in years. Every night he'd stay up until 2 or 3 a.m. watching cable news, getting progressively more agitated about things he couldn't control. His wife would plead with him to come to bed. He'd wave her off. "I'll be there soon." He rarely was, and when he finally did lie down, his mind raced with the day's accumulated anxiety. He'd wake feeling worse than when he went to bed, groggy, resentful, dreading the day ahead. One evening, his adult son visited and found Gerald slumped on the couch at 1 a.m., remote in hand, half asleep, but refusing to turn off the TV. "Dad," his son asked gently, "what are you doing?" Gerald couldn't answer. He honestly didn't know. He wasn't enjoying the program. He wasn't learning anything. He was just filling time. His son said something that struck deep. "You're wasting your life staying awake for nothing." And Gerald realized it was true. He was trading hours of restorative rest for empty distraction, not presence, not pleasure, just noise. The Buddha spoke about pamada, heedlessness, the state of sleepwalking through life. And that's exactly what happens when you sacrifice sleep. You think you're staying engaged, but really you're numbing yourself, disconnecting from what matters most, the vitality required to meet each day with presence. The Buddha said, "Those who are heedless are as if dead already." Think about that. When you move through your days in a fog of exhaustion, half present, irritable, depleted? Are you truly living, or are you just going through the motions, too tired to experience the beauty and pain and wonder that surround you? There's a teaching that each night, when you lie down, you should reflect on the day with gratitude and let it go completely, not replaying mistakes, not planning tomorrow, just offering the day back to the universe and trusting that sleep will prepare you for whatever comes next. This is the practice of trust. Trust that the world will continue without your vigilance. Trust that tomorrow will come whether you worry about it or not. Trust that rest is not laziness, but the body's sacred work of renewal. The Buddha understood this deeply. He established clear guidelines for his monastic community about sleep, not as indulgence, but as necessary support for spiritual practice. He knew that an exhausted mind cannot concentrate, an exhausted heart cannot feel compassion, an exhausted body cannot sit in meditation without pain. Sleep is not the enemy of wakefulness, it's the foundation. Without rest you cannot be truly awake to anything. Try this practice monks have used for centuries. 1 hour before bed, turn off all screens. Sit quietly or prepare for sleep mindfully, washing your face, arranging your blankets, settling into your bed with intention. Then, lying down, place your hand on your heart and take 3 slow breaths. With each exhale, silently say, I release this day, I trust the morning. This simple ritual signals to your nervous system that it's safe to let go. You're not staying vigilant for some imagined emergency. You're surrendering to the natural rhythm of rest and waking that has sustained you for 70 years. Sleep is not laziness, it's not giving up. It's the body's way of clearing what's unnecessary and strengthening what matters. The Buddha understood this. He taught that rest is foundational to clarity. Without it, your mind cannot think clearly, your heart cannot feel fully, your spirit cannot access the wisdom that lies beneath exhaustion. So stop sacrificing sleep for empty hours. Stop trading tomorrow's vitality for tonight's mindless scrolling. Honor your body's need for rest as you would honor any sacred request. Because every night you deny yourself sleep, you're denying yourself the renewal required to live fully the next day. Close your eyes, trust the darkness, let go. Sleep is not the end of life, it's preparation for living it well. We've walked through 8 illusions together, 8 patterns that silently steal the peace you've spent a lifetime earning. From busyness without purpose to sleepless hours wasted on screens. From mindless purchases that clutter your home to small worries that consume your days. From neglecting your own needs to saying yes when your heart screams no. From relationships that drain you to ignoring your body's urgent whispers. Each of these 8 truths asks you to practice the same fundamental skill, discernment. The Buddha called this viveka, the ability to distinguish between what nourishes your spirit and what depletes it, between what serves your awakening and what keeps you trapped in old patterns. You don't need to let go of all 8 at once. Choose one. Perhaps starting tomorrow you'll pause before committing to any task and ask, does this serve my peace? Perhaps you'll practice the weekly release. 1 possession given away, 1 attachment loosened. Perhaps you'll place your hand on your heart when small worries arise and breathe. This is small, this will pass. Perhaps tonight you'll turn off the TV an hour early and honor your body's need for rest. Even 1 small shift creates a ripple, because these practices aren't about perfection, they're about direction. Each time you choose peace over performance, simplicity over accumulation, boundaries over obligation, you're walking the path the Buddha lit 2,500 years ago. The path that says your worth is not measured by output, your value is inherent, and your remaining years deserve to be lived with the lightness that comes from releasing what no longer serves. If these teachings resonated with something in you, I invite you to continue walking this path with us. Subscribe to Quiet Wisdom so that Buddhist Dharma can continue to find you in the moments you need it most. More than 86,000 souls are already here, finding peace in the wisdom of aging together. Before you go, leave a comment below, even just one word that describes where you're ready to let go. Perhaps it's busyness or yes or sleepless nights, or share which of these 8 lessons spoke to you most clearly. Just type the number 1 through 8 or tell us your story if words come. Your voice creates ripples that help others feel less alone, and together we build a Sangha of elders choosing peace over pain. May you release what weighs you down without guilt or hesitation. May you protect your energy like the sacred resource it is. May you honor your body, your boundaries, and your deepest needs with the same devotion you've shown to others for 70 years. And may you sleep each night knowing you've spent your day not on what drains you but on what nourishes your spirit. The Buddha taught, be a lamp unto yourself. At 70 you've earned that flame. Now let it burn bright, unobstructed by the burdens you were never meant to carry. Walk in peace, live in light, and let go.